Questions 1 through 10 on the 2003 Grade 10 Cayley Math Contest. The value of 3 minus negative 3 all over 2 minus 1. So, as always, if you have two negatives, they become a positive. And then 2 minus 1 is 1, and therefore this is 6 over 1, which is 6. So number 1, the answer is D. 17 squared minus 15 squared. This is equal to 289 minus 225. And this is 64. Now 64 is not one of the answer choices, so we just have to look and see which one is equal to 64. 8 squared is 64, so there you go. 2 is A. The integer 42 is an odd number. Well, 42 is even, so that's not true. A prime number, 42 is even. It can be divisible by 2, so it's not a prime. A perfect cube. A perfect cube basically means that x to the power of 3 would be 42, and there's no such number that makes x an integer. So that's not true. Divisible by 7, 42 divided by 7 is 6, which is an integer, and therefore D is the correct answer. If 5% of a number is 8, what is 25% of the same number? So we have some number, and 5% of it, let that number be x, is equal to 8. So therefore x is equal to 8 divided by 0.05. So x is equal to 160. And they want you to figure out 25% of that number. So 25% of that number is 0.25 times 160, which is equal to 40. So number 4, the answer is A. The integer closest to the value of 3 over 2 times 4 over 9 plus 7 over 2. Okay, so this looks like 12 over 18 plus 7 over 2. So 12 over 18, multiply this top and bottom by 9, we get 63 over 18. And this looks like 63 plus 12, 75 over 18. And 75 over 18 is about 4.1. And the integer closest to that, therefore, is 4. So number 5 is B. In the diagram, ABC is a straight line. The value of x is. Well, all the angles about a line are equal to 180 if you add them up. So we just have to add x plus 21 plus 21 plus 2x plus 57. So this becomes equal to 180. So we've got 3x plus 99 is equal to 180, and therefore 3x is equal to 81, and therefore x is equal to 27. So number 6, the answer is A. In the diagram, the sum of the numbers in each quarter circle is the same. The value of x plus y plus z is. So all of the sums are the same. So this sum is equal to this sum is equal to that sum and that sum. All right, so all of them have a letter except this guy here. So first let's add these up to figure out what is that sum. So that means 13 plus 17 plus 45, so 75 is the sum. So now let's concentrate on this guy. Z plus 28 plus 8 is equal to 75, like that. Solving for z, you'll get z equal to 39. In a very similar way, let's solve for x. X plus 19 plus 50 is equal to 75. And solving for x, you will get x is equal to 6. And then finally, using those numbers, solve for y. And you'll get y is equal to 9. And they want you to find x plus y plus z. So x plus y plus z right here is 6 plus 9 plus 39, and that is 54. So x plus y plus z is 54, and therefore number 7, the answer is C. An equilateral triangle has side length of 20. If a square has the same perimeter as this triangle, the area of the square is. So we've got an equilateral triangle, so something like this basically, and we have a square as well. And let's figure this out. They are basically saying that this equilateral triangle has side length 20, and its perimeter is the same as the perimeter of the square. So a square, basically all the sides would be the same. So what is the perimeter, first of all, of this equilateral triangle? It's 60. And the perimeter of the square is 4x. They're saying this perimeter of the triangle is the same as the perimeter of the square. So that means 60 is equal to 4x. That means 60 over 4 is equal to x, and therefore x is 15. Now they want you to find the area of that square. Area of a square, in our case, would be x times x, which is x squared. And therefore, since x is equal to 15, that's 15 squared, which is 225. So number 8, the answer is C. If 1 over x plus a half of a fifth is equal to 5 over 3, then x is. The numbers are so small, and I'm getting old, so my eyes are not as sharp. So here we go. All right, first let's just concentrate on the fractional part here. So we got x over 1, right? So 5 and 5, top and bottom, so that becomes 5x plus 1 over 5 is equal to 5 over 3. Invert and multiply this guy, so you just get a reciprocal basically like that, is 5 over 3. Now we'll cross multiply 5 times 3 and 5 times 5x plus 1, like that. So we got 15 over here. This is 25x plus 5. Subtract both sides, 5 from both sides, you get 10 is 25x, and therefore x is equal to 10 over 25. And yeah, they want it in lowest terms, so that's 2 over 5. 9, therefore, is A. There are 2 girls and 6 boys playing a game. How many additional girls must join the game so that 5 over 8 of the players are girls? So initially 2G, 6B, and they want the ratio of girls to be 5 over 8. So initially we have 2 girls. We've got to add a certain number of girls, and then the denominator will be the total. Initially the total was 2 plus 6, and then to that we have to add this x, the additional amount of girls that we're adding. So 2 plus x over 8 plus x is 5 over 8. Cross multiply, you get 5. 8 plus x is equal to 8 times 2 plus x. So this is 40 plus 5x, 16 plus x. And let's see here, bring the 16 over. And you will get 24 is equal to 3x, and therefore x is equal to 8. So 8 additional girls have to be added, making the overall 5 over 8 for the number of girls. And therefore, number 10, the answer is D.